I voted for the National Front, but I could have voted for the far left. I hesitated between them, but I went for the far right as a protest vote.
That voter wasn't alone. In the first round of the French local elections on Sunday, many people backed the far right, resulting in the National Front taking 15% of the vote. The party's popularity is on the rise, unlike the Socialists, who remain steady at just under 25%. President Sarkozy's right-wing UMP party, however, slumped with just 17%. Marine Le Pen, leader of the National Front, or FN as it's known, claims the rise in support for the far right isn't down to anger, it's because people believe in her party's ideals.
I've heard many voters say they want National Front policies to be implemented. They've had enough of the current system, a regime where left and right parties all amount to the same thing.
This is one of the FN's favourite ideas, that left and right-wing parties in France are so alike, the National Front is the only real alternative. The ruling UMP party is now in a difficult position. In those areas where it hasn't got through to the second round, normally it would tell its party faithful who to vote for. But should it ask supporters to back the opposition or the extreme right? Fearful of a trap, Sarkozy's party is instead taking a third option: vote for neither.
Of course, there won't be any alliance with the National Front. But there won't be a common front with the left either. That would just be adding fuel to the National Front rhetoric. They're always saying France's left and right are the same thing.
The UMP's been forced to acknowledge it's the FN setting the pace in these elections. The party's divided over whether it should open talks with the left or side with the far right. At least for centrist parties, the position's a little clearer.
There are times when there is no room for ambiguity. I believe the Socialist Party and the National Front cannot be considered as being on the same level.
Meanwhile, on the left, Socialists, Communists and Greens have all agreed to form a common front.
The left is united to unite the French people. France needs to be unified around the values of the Republic and the values of the left.
Our parties sharing the common responsibility to fight against the state of mind created by this government, a state of mind that manifests itself in far-right votes.
The far right must not have any candidate win in the second round. That is what we want and hope to see.
So while there's the appearance of unity on the left, the Greens still plan to field candidates against other left parties in certain areas in the second round of the votes this Sunday. But there's one thing that all parties bar the National Front agree on. The rise of the extreme right is very unsettling.